All right, good morning and welcome to the first mission in the Sea Power Naval Warfare Combat in the Missile Age campaign. The first campaign begins in the Barents Sea. This is north of the Kola Peninsula, north of Norway, north of Russia, very near the Arctic Circle. What we have in this scenario is a United States support ship, USNS ship, has been escorted, captured essentially, and is being taken as a prize back to a Russian port. And long story short, we have two Norwegian submarines that have been directed to intercept and destroy the escorts so that U.S. Marines can approach the ship and recapture her. So we're responsible for two Coben-class submarines, and we're going to destroy escorts. So take a look at the big picture here.
Surface contacts detected.
It's called Operation Shadow, Calculus of Conflict Mission 1. The Calculus of Conflict is the name of the campaign. So this is the area that we're monitoring. We know they're going to take, the Russian Navy is going to escort the American support ship through this area. We have very good acoustic conditions for submarine warfare. We have an extremely strong layer, approximately 270 to 280 feet. So we are going to take our submarines, one of them anyway, we have two, and put one above the layer, bring him to 208 feet.
Make my depth 208. Dive I.
The second submarine is also, looks like he's on the surface. He's at periscope depth. So we are going to take him below the layer.
Make my depth 298.
So the southern submarine we're going to call Sira. These are little nicknames I'm giving them because they're Norwegian names I'm not good at saying. And the northern submarine, we're going to call him Thug. So we have Thug and his sister Sarah working together to locate, localize, and destroy the escorts. So we have three contacts up here. By clicking on them, you can quickly see the information we get from them. This contact here is being tracked by both of our submarines, Sierra and Thug, right here. Passive sonar. They have current detection, because the age is 00. This is a merchant with a 4-bladed screw and 60 hertz. This is a American-style, American electrical plant merchant. Contact up here to the northwest is a 50 hertz, 4-bladed screw merchant, probably running a diesel engine and a surface search radar. So this would be a European style, possibly even Russian, but either way, a merchant, not a target. So what we'll do to begin with is we'll immediately mark these as neutral. And then we have the target coming right at us through the center, who is probably our target of interest, but let's verify this. So this is a merchant with a 5-bladed screw. That's kind of unrealistic. Most 5-bladed screws in this time frame, this is 1988, are warships. So probably a warship, could be a Nox. There's a lot of different ships that it could be. All right, so we're going to call him, we're going to leave him kind of unknown for now. So Thug is going to turn north.
01. Hell my.
I'm going to keep him at 2 knots for now. And assuming that this contact is our contact of interest, I'm going to place one submarine on either side of his path of travel. So we're going to do a ruler. I'm just going to try and do my best to draw a line parallel, very near his course. Something like that. So as you can see, I'm getting one submarine here on the right-hand side of this line, and I'm keeping one submarine left. We're doing a cross-boundary search, which means one above the layer, one below the layer, 2 submarines. If you had a towed array on one submarine, you could do the cross-layer search with your towed array, putting your towed array down deep, and you stay slow and shallow. That's not our situation today. So we're going to go ahead and compress a little bit of time here and let the contacts close range a little bit.
New intel message received.
All right, so the skipper from the USNS ship has confirmed that they have been boarded. The crew was killed by the Russian Marines, and the USS Cape Garadu is in custody of Russian special forces. So we are authorized now to use lethal force against the Russian warships capturing our ship. Again, we're going to just continue to compress time as we're kind of generating bearing separation from our two different submarines. This is always good because in this video game, all of your sensors will share data. So even though these submarines are submerged and in no way could communicate with each other without direct undersea phone communication, they share contact data. That's a video game mechanic. It gives you an advantage as a player. So it's as if we have a sonar array that is connected, one up here and one to the east. And the farther you get, as long as they have the farther you have in bearing, the biggest bearing separation, the more accurate your bearings are going to be. Okay, we have a new contact now. Merchant has faded.
Track 7004 is classified. Hostile warship.
Okay, so we have a hostile warship here. And 50 hertz Cresta or cannon, depending on looking at the types of radars that they're transmitting. So it doesn't really matter which one it is. We're going to sink it either way. So that will be our first shot. Okay, so his speed is approximately 13 knots. We're going to do a little bit of math here and figure out how fast he's going. Pulling up my calculator here. What we have to do is we have to convert that speed into yards per minute. So 13 knots, and we're going to do a quick thumb. All right, so Alright, so he is going to be traveling 4,000 yards in 10 minutes approximately. It's a little bit more than that. So the rulers in this game measure things in nautical miles. So 4,300 yards is going to be 2 nautical miles, about 2.1. So that's how far he's going to go in 10 minutes, roughly. So we can just extrapolate this out. So we're talking 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, approximately 40 minutes to be right here. Now we want to decide where do we want to attack, at what range, and from what direction. So I want our torpedoes for these Norwegian submarines have a range of 10 nautical miles. I like to engage at half the range of the torpedo. So 5 nautical miles will be our engagement range. So I want to pick a range where I can position my submarines on the edge of the circle about the same time that he gets to this edge. So he's going much faster than we are. He'll have a speed advantage. So I'm going to place the engagement range right about here, which means we have to make a turn. Turn
to course 037. Hell my.
I'll be shooting east to west, beginning with Sierra. Sierra is our deep boat.
Detected.
I'm going to speed him up to a head standard.
Ahead standard. Maneuvering eye.
And our goal is to get to the edge of this circle around the same time that the incoming warships do. Here's a new contact. We're going to look at the information panel on him. Looking to see. This is a trawler, saipan. No. It's a 3-bladed contact. That's interesting. Oh, that's also got forward 5 blades. So we really don't know. There's not enough information on him yet. Let's go ahead and just...
New surface contact detected.
Because we're going to be shooting from east to the northwest, I got to be careful that Thug doesn't drive in front of the torpedoes that Zero will shoot. So I'm going to keep Thug slow at 2 knots. He's also above the layer. Very slow right here, very shallow. The risk here is if at any time the Russian warships light off their active sonar, there's a greater than 50% chance that we will be detected. Because we are above the layer. When you have a strong layer, the area above the layer, called the surface duct, is extremely strong for active sonar searches. So every time you have a strong layer, you always want to be below it. The only reason why I'm not below it with one of my 2 submarines right now is he's the only one that's able to track and classify these contacts at this range.
7005 is classified. Hostile warship.
So now we know we have a Cresta 2 and a Sov Remini. And we know that he's going to be within attack range in about 25 minutes. So we're going to check the range again at 5 minutes to 11, looking at the clock in the top right. That's why knowing their speed of advance is so important, and then estimating their speed in little chunks. Like this is a 10-minute block here on this little line. And that's just a rough estimate. This is like, back of a napkin math I'm doing. Nothing specific. So let's take our shallow boy, who is vulnerable to active sonar, and bring him below the layer.
Depth 278 dive I. Track 7006 is classified. Neutral merchant.
Now, one thing we can do with the Sierra, we can see at what time will he be in what position. And that's what this time is at the end of his run, at the end of this little marker that I'm moving around. It says 12:34. I know that I'm probably going to shoot at approximately 11 a.m. So where is 11 a.m. at? 11 a.m. at this current speed is right here, approximately. That is a good place to be. So I'm just going to continue that out. And he'll be in a good firing position when we expect them to be. Thug, he's our little spy. He's going to go below the layer. He's already there now. And we're going to wait till approximately 5 minutes before firing to check range. So we're compressing a little bit of time while we're watching the map on the right. We don't have any contact right now, so we don't know exactly where they are. All we know is their speed of advance and how far away they are, and we're estimating where they're going to be at 5 minutes to 11 a.m. So we're going to compress time all the way to 10:55. Okay, here we are, 10:55. Back into real time. We're going to send Thug up shallow, just above the layer, a few feet.
Make my depth 208 dive I.
And I expect to regain contact on the Cresta, the Sov Remini, and the USNS American ship. We can see the Sierra is right at the edge where we expected her to be of our 5 nautical mile circle. She is in position to fire right now. We're just waiting to regain.
Surface contacts detected.
We are waiting to regain sonar contact, and our little flotilla is right in position where we expect them to be. We have the added bonus of this incoming merchant. He's going to act as interference for us. So he'll be generating some broadband noise to help mask our torpedo shot. We are going to shoot from below the layer. So let's go ahead and classify these. This is hostile. Because our USNS ship is captured, it will be classified as hostile, but it is not a target. We are not allowed to shoot it. Waiting on
Multiple
acoustic
surface
contact.
Contacts detected.
Here we get an idea of our range, by the way. For these warships, our range is only about 12 nautical miles. We have a really good fix on one and not the other. Let's reposition Thug a little bit to the right.
Turn to course. 3, 4, 2, hell my.
Trying to regain contact on the warship to the north. I'd like to have a good fire control solution on everybody.
7009 is classified. Hostile merchant.
Okay. Let's just go ahead and close range. I'm going to do a bit of an aggressive maneuver back to the right. We're not going to stay on this course. I'm just trying to get a fix on the warship rather we're not seeing.
New surface
There it is.
contact detected.
Okay, so we know that's the Sovereignty. We know that's the Cresta. We're going to wait for 3 minutes to get a really solid solution. So we have 11:12 is the time. We're going to I'm going to take this time to turn to my evasion course. My evasion course is going to be 080. My evasion speed is going to be 8 knots. We will shoot on this from this position. Thug, who is still shallow, is operating at 2 knots. He will not be a factor. Now, I expect these warships to light off their active sonar when they detect the torpedo. So we will take Thug back below the layer before they do that. Sierra is still below the layer. You can see her here. She's running at 8 knots and she's ready to shoot. So these are heavyweight torpedoes, but I'm going to use 2 of them on each one because the Cresta is a cruiser and the Sovereignty is a large ship in my opinion as well. So we're going to go ahead and take them out. Now that we're on course, let's go ahead and shoot. Unfortunately, because of the
7013 is classified. Hostile warship.
All right, so we have classification on the Sovereignty. This is our best chance to get both. I'm going to shoot a salvo of 2 torpedoes at the Cresta.
Engage track 70.
And a salvo of
Whip it away.
2
70.
at the Sovereignty.
Engaging track 7013. Salvo fire.
Okay.
Whip it away. Track 7013.
Now we still have the wire on these wire-guided weapons, so we're going to maintain course and speed. And Thug, I'm going to bring him down below the layer.
Make my depth 298. Dive I.
So the concern here is that the shot on the Sovereignty passes the bow of our merchant that we're trying to not destroy. This is a risk. This is why I really wanted to shoot earlier, but we did not have acoustic contact on the Sovereignty to do that. So we are going to we basically pushed the time out an additional approximately 4 minutes than when I wanted to fire to have a good solution on Sovereignty. Thug is proceeding below the layer right now. As you can see, he's very slow. And we will soon lose contact on everybody.
Contact detected.
New surface contact. Okay. While our torpedoes are in the water, we can use our sonar and take a look up here. It could be anything. We really don't know. It's very faint. And Thug just went below the layer and we've lost contact on everybody. So now we just wait for the torpedoes to run their course. I expect to get 2 hits. One on the Cresta 2, one on the Sovereignty.
Track 7014 is classified. Neutral merchant.
I want you to take a look at how the game models shooting on generated bearing. The torpedoes, because they're wire guided and the fire control solution has calculated the position of the Cresta 2, where it will be at the time the torpedo gets to this point, to this track, is why the green line is showing us that it's targeting the Cresta 2, but the torpedo is actually driving to where the Cresta 2 is going to be, as long as it doesn't change speed or course. As long as those two are consistent after we lost contact, these torpedoes will enable very near the contact. Let's see what happens. Okay, so the green lines have gone away because we haven't had contact now for greater than 5 minutes. We no longer have any position on the board. These torpedoes still are running on their generated intercept course. We're not going to change that, but we are going to begin our torpedo evasion. Ahead full. This is going to be a covert evasion.
Ahead full.
To the east.
Maneuvering aye.
We'll be cutting the wires at this point. We don't need them anymore. The torpedoes are close enough to either hit or miss completely on their own. All right, there's the active sonar. They do detect the torpedoes. And we have got at least 2 hits. We've lost a torpedo, probably to RBU counterfire. That's interesting. We have 1 torpedo remaining, going after what is probably the submarine. The Cresta
7015.
Cresta has sunk.
Hostile warship.
They did take out one of our 4 torpedoes, which is interesting. It's a low probability of doing that, but that has occurred. So keep that in mind. Another reason why you want to fire multiple torpedoes at any Russian warship. No matter how big or small it is, there is a small chance that the RBU, the rocket bomb unit, will take out an incoming weapon. They did counterfire, by the way. We'll watch their counterfire in just a second. Our torpedo evasion's already happening. We don't need to watch that. I expect to see another explosion off to the right here in the background. Alright, our torpedo evasion appears to be successful. We're going to go ahead and come back down to 1/3.
Ahead 1/3. Maneuvering aye.
We will have to re-attack, so we don't want to get too far away. Okay, it is clear that this torpedo has missed. We've only hit 1 of the 2 targets. To the destroyers. This is from the Sovereignty. We have the set 65. We're checking the range. It's 8 nautical miles. So we want to stay 8 nautical miles away from this weapon. Weapon was shot. Closest point was right there. 8 nautical miles is right there. So let's continue our evasion to that point.
Ahead standard. Maneuvering aye.
Okay, it's likely that we're going to have to re-engage the surface ships. So that's what we're going to do now with Thug. We're going to attack now from the west, now that all their attention is to the east. So we're going to bring Thug up above the layer. There's a lot of active sonar up here. He'll probably be counter detected.
Make my depth. 2,
So we're going to shoot and scoot with Thug. We're going to get detection. We're going to get a bearing, a speed, generate that bearing out, throw that into the fire control system, and shoot 2 weapons at the Sovereignty and any other contact that may be up there. Let's watch him come up. We'll know when he's up when we see the contacts, the surface warships up here.
Multiple surface.
Okay, there we go.
Detected. Hit track 7 0.
Oh, we did hit him.
1.
Oh, and here we go. This is information. We don't know who he is just yet. So we are going to continue to close range. This torpedo here is a concern. We really need to get outside this black circle, so I'm going to take a more direct approach. A lot of noisemakers in the water right now. Okay, so we do have
7020 is classified. Hostile warship.
He is classified a hostile warship. Let's see what his information is. Make sure it's not our USNS ship we can't shoot. It is not. Our USNS ship has diesel engines. This has a gas turbine. It is likely an Udaloy or a Rogov. I believe it's the Udaloy. That will take at least 2 torpedoes to hit. This contact up here is wounded. Our torpedo eventually did hit him, and he is dead in the water. So we are going to get ready to engage the Udaloy. I'm going to get on my evasion course with Thug.
Turn to course 007. Hell my.
Okay, so here's Sovereignty. Let's see what she looks like. She did take the torpedo in the stern, but she's also trying to recover. Oh, no, she took it. Wow, amidships. That's a lot of flooding. She may not recover from that because of the location of the hit. This ship may literally break apart. That's possible with that kind of damage. What kind of speed do we have here? So this contact is still making 13 knots. The Sovereignty, despite having propulsion, is dead in the water, not making any underway. If we look down to the south, that's where the Cresta sank. Considering the speed of this warship, I'm going to have to turn to the south a lot and try and regain him. Let's go ahead and head full.
Ahead full. Maneuvering eye.
If the Thug shot does not sink this Udaloy or Rogov, Sierra will have to re-engage. So right now I'm repositioning
New surface contact detected.
Sierra to do that. New surface contact. All right, we have a new contact off to the west. He's very far away. I'm not concerned about him right now. It is time to shoot. So we have 5 nautical miles on the Rogov Udaloy, and we have a little bit more than 5 nautical miles on the Sovereignty, who's dead in the water. 5.1. And he's at 6. We do have a torpedo that's going to run out of fuel here in a few minutes. I just don't want to drive in front of him and make his job easy. We're going to take Thug back down below the layer. We're going to increase speed ahead
Ahead
2/3.
Maneuvering aye.
And prepare for evasion. If the Udaloy evades from this torpedo shot, he will be evading towards Sierra. Again, this is another reason why you want submarines when you have the opportunity on both sides of the fleet, or the flotilla in this case, so that no matter where they evade, they're evading towards one of our torpedo throwers. Okay. Let's go ahead and continue to work our way outside the circle. I turned to the south a little bit too early. I'm trying not to let the Udaloy get away. The problem is this set 65 is very likely to hear Sierra. We're simply trying to run the torpedo at this point. Remember, these torpedoes have 8 nautical miles of fuel.
Ahead flank. Maneuvering aye.
Let's make sure he's not cavitating. He is a little bit, so let's go
Make my
deeper.
depth. 288. Dive aye.
A little bit of bubbles coming off of that. It's not blade tip cavitation, but it's close. So we're going to send him deep as he continues to get out of the way of the set 65. All right,
Turn to course. 3, 4.
all right, Thug's at 4 knots.
Hell my.
Once he's on course, we're going to shoot. Actually, we can't wait that long because we're going to lose track. So, firing point procedures. Engage a salvo of 2 at this contact.
Engage track 702. Whip it away. Track 702.
Firing point procedures on the Sov Remedy.
7021. Whip it away. Track 7021.
We'll shoot 2 more at the Sov Remedy.
Engage track 7021.
All right, now in this case, we're not going to keep the wires because we really need to reposition to the south if the Udaloy survives. So, we're going to take you very deep. Come on.
Make my depth. 6.
We're cutting the wires.
Dive aye.
Sov Remedy's toast. Those 2 torpedoes will finish her off. My main concern now is the unknown Udaloy or Rogov. We're going to slowly increase speed. Ahead standard.
Ahead standard. Maneuvering aye.
Head full.
Ahead full. Maneuvering aye.
This is not necessarily a good torpedo evasion course for us, for the Thug. It's just keeping us in the fight if we need to continue the fight.
Turn to course. 196. Hell my.
All right, so we're going to reposition our where we know the fleet's at. I like keeping the 5-mile circle. I am going to re-engage down here, so we want to make sure that that coincides with where we're driving. We're almost outside the 8-mile circle here.
Turn to course. 089. Hell my.
Begin our turn to the south now. And we're waiting on our torpedoes to either hit or miss.
New surface contact detected.
Okay. So Thug is essentially maintaining speed with the fleet. Ursa is going fast to get ahead again. We're doing 17 knots. And you can see her range by this blue circle. That's how much range we have at this speed on the battery. We're just waiting for the torpedoes to strike the target. Looks like we got one hit. Got two hits on an unknown contact. We're going to verify classification here in just a second. Let's take Thug back above the layer.
Make my depth. 228. Dive.
Head
Head
2/3.
Maneuvering aye.
Taking him back up. I chose Thug because he's the closest. All right.
Hostile. Surface.
Torpedo evasion.
Submarine. Contacts detected. Make my depth. Turn to course. 325. Hell my.
All right, so Udaloy is sunk.
Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 141. Turn to course. 026. Hell my.
All right, we got very lucky that the scenario ended here. It is highly likely we would lose Thug, as it is bracketed by two airdropped anti-submarine torpedoes, probably from the Udaloy. Both the Sovereignty and the Udaloy have been stricken, and Cresta 2 is already sunk, so we did win this engagement, but just by a few minutes. We are probably 2 to 3 minutes away from losing one of our two submarines, if I'm to be honest with you. We're going to go ahead and exit.
Track 703
and look at the debrief.
is classified. Hostile warship.
So we did have a decisive victory, sank all three targets while in protecting the USNS ship. We did loiter in the area, but I canceled that because we had completed the other objectives. Enemy losses are 3, Sovereignty, Cresta 2, and a Udaloy. And both of our submarines survived with a huge asterisk there at the end. All right, and this is the first mission in the new campaign for Sea Power. I hope this demonstration shows you how to do it if you're having trouble with it. It's not easy, but if you approach it from two different directions with both your submarines, I think you'll be fine. Thanks for watching.